There we go. Thank you, Windows Update, for messing up my sound settings. Much appreciated. So happy Friday, guys. Welcome to today's live stream. So my name is TJ and I stream Flight Sim Adventures every Friday at 7 PM UTC. Hello, aviation is my life. How are you doing, sir? So we are flying somewhere a bit different today. We're starting a short tour of some beautiful locations in the Middle East. We've got photo scenery, custom airports and city landmarks along the way. So let's go, guys, and we'll start this plane up. It's an Airbus A319 today. Okay, so let us pop inside the plane, guys. There we go, lovely. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to turn on our battery 1 and battery 2. We need to get our ground power going on there. We need to pop down here and we'll need to turn up these screens. We've got 1, 2, and we'll pop over here and 3 and number 4. Lovely. Also got to pop down here. We'll turn on our middle screen lights. There we go. Lovely. Okay, let's pop back up to this panel. We'll go present position and 1. There we are. Lovely. We'll go nav, nav, and nav. Pop down here again. We'll get these CDUs over to right. There we are. So let's pop this out, guys. Go to our init page. Today we're going from Doha in Qatar and we're going over to Dubai. So we'll go align IRS. Flight number today we're taking MattDesigns beautiful Flybe livery on the Airbus. So our flight number is B1103 and there we go. Okay, so we need to set our fuel. Let's go to the aircraft config, guys. The fuel we want for today's flight is 5.3 roughly. There we go. And our zero fuel weight today is going to be 56,300. So there we are. Lovely. That's that loaded. Happy days. Okay. Let's head over to flight plan now. So our departure. We're going to go from runway 34 right, I believe. And the departure we're taking is that one there with no transition. We'll insert that. Cool. Okay. From our SEM. We are taking an airway. There we go. Taking the airway UL305 and we're taking that over to Astog. Lovely. From there we're going direct to Desdi, which is that one there. And then from Desdi we're taking the arrival for the ILS on 30 left, Desdi 9C, no via, no transition. Let's get that inserted there. Lovely. Okay, that is our flight plan, guys. Got a nice hold at the end as well. Happy days. So flight plan sorted. Let's pop down to our radio stack here. Got to get this side on and this side on. There we are. Let's pop back to the FMC. We'll go to the init page. Cost index today is going to be 41. Flight level we're cruising at is 250. Happy days. Okay, let's go to the next page here, guys. Gonna get our information. Hey Layla, alright, how you doing? Gonna get our information from the sim here. I'd say we're gonna want flaps 2. Yes, we will. Lovely. Okay, so our center of gravity 29.4. And our zero fuel weight is 56.3. There we go, lovely. And what do we do? Our block fuel is going to be 5.3. Cool, so that's our fuel prediction page filled out. Let's go over to our perf page, guys. Our flaps will be 2/down 0.0. Flex is going to be 64. Lovely. V speeds 150, 150, and 152. There we are. Excellent. So we'll pop over to our nav radios, get the ILS dialed in for the runway in Dubai. There we go, 11130, happy days. That's our configs done for now, so we'll go APU master. Lights, will get strobes, beacons, wing lights, nav and logo lights, seat belts, no smoking, or arm bows. Standby compass on, dome light doesn't need to be on. These can be bright, cool. Let's get our fuel pumps on here, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Start the APU guys. And while we're doing that, can pop down to our control panel here and we'll get our flight level dialed in. That's 25,000 feet. Sweet. Altimeter today here in Doha is quite low pressure. It's 999, and over this side we will do exactly the same thing so that it matches and the plane knows where we are. There we go. So just take a look at this plane, guys. You can hear our APU starting up. So we've got some nice scenery for the city of Doha as we leave. You'll see that. You'll see a lot of the buildings in the city there. And this is for the rest of this sort of Middle Eastern tour. We're going to be flying airlines from the region, but I just wanted to show off this MattDesigns Flybe Airbus. Okay, so there we go, guys. We can get our APU bleeds on, get our packs off. APU is available, so external power can go off. Lovely. Just going to force align our IRS here, guys, just so that we don't have to wait 5 minutes for it. There we go. Alright, so we know the route is good. I've done the route is all good. We'll just check if there's any ATC. I very much doubt it in this region. Nope, we've got nothing. Cool. So we'll close Squawk Box, get rid of show who's online. Okay, we're going to pop down here, guys, and we're going to set our squawk code anyway. We're going to set squawk after our flight number, and we'll flick that. Hey, Andre, welcome, sir. Sorry, I was busy pressing buttons, man. How you doing? How's the flight training going, Andre? Okay, it's time, guys, to get our pushback. So let's call our truck. There we go. It's quite lively, the pushback lady here. Alright, I'm going to get our engine selector over to start as we wait for the pushback truck to drive literally through that building there. Where are you, pushback truck? Come here. Come on. Here he comes. Out of the garage. Lovely, guys. So the truck's connecting. Andre, you're doing cross-country flights. Amazing, man, already. It's crazy. Are you doing those on your own, or have you got an instructor with you, man? Okay, just let the truck connect here. It's quite a nice, there's some nice scenery here at Doha. Some very different scenery in the region. There we go. 10 hours more and you're done with your PPL. My god, man, that is insane how quickly you can do one of those. It really is. How are you doing the navigation stuff, Andre? Have they got GPS, or is it sort of VORs and stuff? Alrighty, truck is connecting. There we go. Andre's learning to fly real planes, and I'm just sat here pretending to fly airliners. How about that, eh? I'm not brave enough to fly a real plane. Okay, pushback truck is raising the nose of our aircraft, guys. There we are. Ah, it's nice and quiet in here because we haven't got the engines on yet. There we go. Okay, parking brake off. And we'll start engine 2, guys. Jesus Christ, pushback truck. That was violent. You're not allowed to use GPS, only the charts. That is hardcore, man. That's yeah. You see, this is the thing. I swear that flying airliners is easier than flying a normal plane. Like airliners, you just press some buttons and program some stuff, and then sort of magic happens and the plane takes you there. But when you're flying a propeller plane, you've got to take care of all the navigation and look at the charts and be careful about what airspace you're in and all that kind of stuff. It just seems harder seems harder flying tiny planes than big ones, man. You don't use ILS, NDB or VOR, makes sense, because it's just PPL's VFR only, isn't it? Okay, there goes engine number 2, guys, I would say. Gonna pop down, start engine 1 as well. Hear that power transfer over. So we push back here. We use the systems when you start the instrument rating, of course, man. It's very cool. What plane are you going to be doing your instrument rating in? Is it the same one, or do they do them in something a little bit beefier? I guess after that it's twin engine, isn't it? You do your twin engine after that? Alright, here goes our truck. Lovely. We can get this back to the centre here, guys, now. And get packs on 1 and 2. Anti-ice, we're going to shove that on. I don't really think it's that cold. APU bleed and master 2 off, guys. We'll get our terrain on our navigation display, get the airports on the ND. Sure, why not? There we go. We're going flaps 2 today, guys. And we'll follow the checklist once we're free of this truck. Gonna do twin engine after this, and you're gonna do your instrument rating on a 172. Sweet, man. Very cool, dude. Very cool. And then after your twin engine, that's it, right? It's airliners then. It's insane, man. It's insane. It's amazing what you can do when you kind of when you're committed to something, right, dude? Okay, truck is disconnecting right now, guys. She should disappear to the right, I would think. Also going to pop our terrain on this ND as well. There we are. It is absolutely insane how quickly you can do this, man. Absolutely insane. But hey, it's you're enjoying it, and it's going to be so worth it. In 3 weeks, you've got your theory exam, so that's the hard part, right? That is the hard part, I would say. Okay, guys, here we go. We are free. I think I know my way around here, but just to be sure, look at that. It's the most complicated taxi in the world. Not. Okay, let's pull forward here, guys. There we go. We'll also pop our window heat on there. Lovely. There we are. It's literally just a left turn onto the runway. There's our checklist. I was waiting for that. Okay, auto brake max, spoilers armed. We'll check the cabin once we're at the hold, guys. You took a break from learning to join your life. Thank you, Andre. It's much appreciated. It'll be really cool when you qualify, man, to have you can have like a real airline pilot judging me. Can tell me what buttons I'm pressing wrong, dude. Alrighty, here we go. While we're just taxiing out to the holds, just check the cabin and also check our takeoff config. There we go. Lovely. Good, our plan is in here. What was that about? Okay, cool. There we are, guys. There we are. Let's get ourselves out to the runway. Alright, I'm just going to hold here, guys. Just going to make sure no one's coming, first of all. And I'm just going to quickly flick through the FMC, make sure all is good. This all looks absolutely fine. We've got our top of climbs, top of descents, the approach onto the runway, the hold. Sweet. I would say we are good, guys. So let's get ourselves out there. There we are. Perf page is all good. It's got our V speeds. Alrighty, so we're going to be off, guys, on our way to Dubai. We'll see some nice scenery as we leave here, and we'll also see some absolutely amazing scenery as we arrive in Dubai. Okay, guys, here we go. So, throttles to flex. There we are. Sweet. Okay, takeoff inhibits on the screen, that's fine. Reaching V1 fairly soon. Okay, here we go, V1 and rotate, guys. Just get that up to there. Positive rate, gear up. We'll get that fly-by-wire working. Start working those flaps. Grab our auto brake over to mid. There we go. And I'm just going to keep an eye on the screen on the left, and then we'll pop outside. I'll get the autopilot on just for this bit, guys. And then we'll pop outside and we'll take in the views. And here we are, leaving Doha in Qatar. There we go, leave a climb. Just get these, wait till it speeds up, we'll get these flaps up in a second. And then once we've seen the scenery, I'd want to hand fly it for a little bit. Okay. Flaps can go clean, guys. Our autopilot's on. Throttle levers at climb. Auto brake is set. So let's pop outside. And there we go. Let's take in the scenery of Doha here, guys, as we leave. And there we go. I believe this is these apartments are called the Pearl. I think it's called the Pearl in Qatar, something like that. Just a sort of a big ring of fancy apartments that points out towards the water, which is pretty damn cool. And there we go. Also want to take a moment to oh, look at this artificial island. That's amazing. Also want to take a moment to appreciate this Flybe livery by Mr. MattDesigns. He very kindly made it for me because I wanted a Flybe, like a Flybe livery for my Airbus. So much appreciated there. And there we go. Alrighty, guys, let us pop back inside. Let's just hand fly this for a little bit, guys. Just follow the FD. So there we go, it is possible to, hopefully going to prove it's possible to hand fly a big airliner as well as a tiny plane. Otherwise it's a little bit boring if we just stick the autopilot on and just follow that all the time. There we go, make a right turn here. It's much easier to fly manually in an Airbus than anything else, for sure. Just follow the FD and make that right turn. Let's keep him across in the middle of the screen here. Start to level out a wee bit. There we go. Over to the left. And bring it back towards the middle. Sweet. There we go, pitch that nose down, lovely. So it's the worst hand flying of an Airbus you've ever seen, guys. We're holding to our altitude restriction quite nicely, which is good. He just wants us to pitch down a tiny bit here. There we are. Just keeping that crosshair right in the middle there. Got another right turn coming up. And then once we start climbing again, I'll pop the autopilot back on. There we are. It's not too difficult after all. It's not too difficult after all, guys. Alrighty, holding 4,000 here. Can even look out the window while we're doing it. Look at that. Can look out the window and hand fly the plane as well. Sweet. Hey Oliver, welcome sir. We are just we're hand flying an Airbus out of Doha in Qatar, and we're flying it over to Dubai. So we just continue our climb here. There we go. The flight director is not the easiest thing to see on this Airbus. It's kind of green against blue, but whatever. Start pitching it down a little bit. Over to the left. There we are. I believe we've got another altitude constraint at 7,000 here. So there we are. You can see on the ND that we are following our route, which is cool. It's using that fly-by-wire to help us fly this big old Airbus. There we go. Just pitching it down as it asks us to. Sweet. So there we go. Andre, is this easier? Does this seem easier than flying flying a Cessna, man? You wanted to fly from Frankfurt to Fuerteventura, but you got an engine fired. Ah, man. Did you have? I guess you had failures turned on, right? What were you flying? It's never good when you have an engine fire, man. It's never good when you have an engine fire, right? Alrighty, so let's hold in this altitude constraint before we climb up. The transition altitude here is quite high. It's like 12,000 feet or something, so keep the altimeters on the local pressure for now. So we're following that route quite nicely here. And there we are. It's there's a lot of sort of endless ocean on this route, but you'll know Dubai when we see it, guys, when we arrive. So still just flying manually at the moment. We'll clear this constraint in a minute, and we'll be on our way up to 25,000 feet. There we are. I don't know, like in real life, when you're not allowed to hand fly. I don't know if there's no hand flying above a certain altitude. Not really sure what the rules are, but at the moment we'll go with it. This is quite good fun. There we are. Just leave it there. So we'll continue our climb, guys. See, the autopilot's still off. Just following Miss FT. There we go. I'm going to pop this out so we can see a little bit further ahead. Lovely. Alright, 9,500. When we hit 10,000, guys, I'll put the autopilot back on. Because then I think we're going to hit our transition altitude. Okay, autopilot's going on, guys. There we are. It didn't have to correct for me too much, which is nice. Okay, so I think 12,000 is our transition altitude here. So we'll let the autopilot fly for now. So we'll take in this wing view. So we are leaving Doha behind. I kind of want purple wings, like I've got white wings. I want purple engines, purple wings. I want purple everything, man. How cool would that be? Alrighty, we are on our way, guys. We are on our way to Dubai. Can't remember if I said, but flight time today should only be about an hour and 10 minutes. Once we hit our top of climb, there's not a lot further to go to our top of descent as we continue our climb. I'm glad that so far the stream is working. Touch wood, I had that horrible Windows update thing. Obviously broke the microphone to start with. But so far everything else seems to be working, so should be okay, hopefully. There we are, climbing out. It's a bit loud out here. Let's pop back inside. Almost certain I've hit transition altitude here, so I'm going to get these over to standard. There we are, lovely. Also going to pop down to the FMC. We'll go perf page, go over to our next phase. Let's get the approach stuff programmed in as well, guys. Altimeter in Dubai is 998. Temperature, last time I checked, remember it's like 10 o'clock at night there. Last time I checked, it's 38 degrees. Winds are 20 degrees, 5 knots, I believe. We're going to go for a decision height of 150. And there we go, that's our approach. All programmed in there, guys. It's our flight plan. You can see top of climb at 10:30 and top of descent at 10:38. Cool, and it's currently 10:25. That's our top of climb right there. And there we go. All done, guys. All done. All right. No clouds today. It's beautiful blue skies. Beautiful blue skies in the Middle East. Unlike the current weather in the UK at the moment where I am. I think there's some fairly big rain clouds gathering outside the window. And there we go. So we just we climb up here. Saw a 747 fly low. Awesome. Was that on its way into Stansted, right? Layla, when I move back, we'll go to Stansted and we'll look at some planes, yeah? Hello, DJ Bamba, you're right, how you doing? Thank you for the sub, by the way. I've just seen you've subbed, so thank you. It's very cool. Alright. So, just before our top of climb, guys, as our Airbus is just climbing quite happily, what we'll do, for anyone who hasn't seen it, we'll take a wander through the cabin here. There we are. So it's all standard class, but of course, you guys who have donated get the window seats. Because they're nice like that. We get the kind of the window seats with a good leg room. And anyone else who's watching, I doubt we've got enough people to fill the plane, but anyone else who's watching can sit in the back. There's plenty of room. And there we go. It's such a nice interior of this plane. So well modelled. I love it. Tiny, tiny plane mode. Tiny, tiny Airbus. Oh, it's going to Heathrow. Yeah, exactly right. You guys are pretty much on the approach into Stansted, yeah? Must be. And there we go. Through the flight deck door, guys. Sweet. Are you watching on like Flight Radar or something, Layla? I know you can see the planes in your area on Flight Radar. So you know sort of what it is and what's going where. We don't really get a lot here. Occasionally you'll see some coming in like across the water going for runway 30 at Cardiff. But I think mostly they take off and land on 12, so you don't really see a lot around here. It's only like dash 8s and stuff like that anyway. We only get the tiny planes. Although I think Qatar fly from Cardiff now, so there must be something bigger every so often. Alrighty. Let's take in, see if we can get a slightly different view from a flight deck here now. There we go, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. That's a good view. That is a good view. Yeah, you've got a flight up and it tells you where it's going. Cool, yeah. Nice, nice. Alright. There we go. Across the water to Dubai. Almost hit our top of climb, almost hit 25,000 feet here. I believe we are still climbing now. Might be a problem to see some planes because it's raining. Yeah, exactly, right? Weather's pretty terrible in the UK. Won't be a problem here though. Look at these blue skies. Hello, Aviation's my life. Welcome back. You don't have to call me. I'm just polite. What can I say, man? What can I say? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. 23.8. Cool. Let's make sure our climb rate is still good. Climb rate is still just fine. There we are. Lovely. Alright, so next job, guys. Next job will be to dial in our final altitude just here. Yeah, I'm going to set this as one of my like permanent views, I think. There we are. Quite like it. Call you AT. I'll call you AT then. Just remind me of that if I forget, man. Alrighty, 25,000 feet. What is our final altitude today, guys? On final, we want to be at 2,000 feet, apparently. Cool. Alrighty, it's fine. Set 2,000 feet. 2, sweet. That's all good. Okay, now we've just got to watch out for our top of descent, guys. If we pop this out, I don't think we're actually that far from it. Yeah, there we go. Top of descent is about 70 or so miles away. We are about 120 something miles away from Dubai at the moment. Cool. And it's dark. Is it dark? Has it gone dark already? Damn. There we go. Oh, there we go. What time is it? It's 8:37. Is it dark already? It sucks. It's almost winter. It's almost Christmas, guys. It's almost Christmas. So I started taking a look at, oh, thank you very much on, yeah, your congratulations for 100 subs. Yeah, you know, touch wood, will continue to grow this very small channel. And, you know, hopefully people will continue to enjoy it and discover it and join us on some flights. So I was also looking at FSX P3D recently, because they've obviously got a lot of planes that we don't have on X-Plane. Like they've got a much better 737, 747. They've got the 787 Dreamliner. They've got a decent Dash 8. What else have they got? A lot of other good stuff we haven't. A decent 777. So I was looking at FSX and I've pretty much got it set up. Although the only thing I'm struggling to find is decent scenery. So I've got a load of airport scenery, that's cool. But in terms of photo scenery, there isn't really a lot of photo scenery available. And there's this thing where like it streams scenery from Google Earth, but it costs you $93 to do so. Orbex isn't photo scenery like Orbex True Earth for the UK is coming soon, but it isn't out yet. So I think what I'll do with FSX is I'm going to stream that as well as X-Plane, because obviously X-Plane has its good planes, Flight Simulator has its good planes. So I'm going to start streaming that soon, but first I just want to get some decent scenery for it before I can share it with you. We're coming down before Christmas. I am. I don't know how long for. But yeah, we'll be down before Christmas. Getting your first flight sim. Should you get it? It's on sale and it's add-ons. Which one? Yeah, just buy... yeah, if FSX is on sale, buy it. There's a lot of very good planes available for it. If you're not fussed about photo scenery, Orbex does some very good scenery, but it's not photo scenery yet. They haven't started doing that yet for most countries. So yeah, get it. It's got VATSIM, it's got pushback. Don't believe all this rubbish about having to pay for camera views. Literally, the planes come with different camera views. You don't need to pay for it. It's got a landing rate monitor. You can get one of those. It's not a problem. All for free. Yeah, the only thing you may potentially have to pay for, obviously planes, but also photo scenery is a little bit of a sticky wicket at the moment in that world. Rex 4's on sale, yeah. Rex 4 is cool. I think the clouds are just fine as they are, to be honest. It's the reason I haven't really changed the X-Plane clouds either. I think the clouds look just fine. Yeah, if you're not fussed about photo scenery, get the Orbex stuff. It's very good. But I am myself, like I said, waiting for Orbex True Earth photo scenery for the UK, and then I'll just grab Orbex Global for everything else, really. And then I can start streaming some PMDG stuff, guys. I want to grab all the PMDG planes. I want to get the Dash 8 and the, is it the Quality Wing 787? Meet up too. Yeah, cool, guys. I'm up for that. Why not? Why not? I also need to look at tickets for Flight Sim Convention as well. Apparently that's on in October, but I need to check when I'm working and that kind of thing. And there we go. Yeah, Quality Wings is great. I've seen the Aerosoft is alright, but honestly, I think X-Plane has the better Airbuses. So X-Plane has got this 319, it's got a very good Airbus 320. It's also got the Flight Factor 350, which even though it's not completely finished and it's basically only 3/4 of a plane, I really, really like it, as I keep saying. And version 2 of that is coming very soon, so the Flight Factor 350 is fantastic. I think X-Plane is better for Airbus, for sure. But, yeah, FSX has got some really good stuff for kind of everything else. So I think it's very worthwhile having both sims. Have X-Plane for the stuff that's suitable, that's best on X-Plane, and have FSX or P3D for the stuff that's better on that platform. You know, because there's, yeah, some of the payware for X-Plane, especially the Boeing stuff, is not that great. Though I'm going to get the 767, Flight Factor 767 through X-Plane at some point, because that's amazing too. So, there we go. What have we got here? Traffic coming out of Dubai. Cool, fair enough. 30 left is still in use, which is encouraging. We've got the right runway programmed in. I need to be watching our top of descent here as well, guys. We're not too far from it now, so I don't get distracted. Just going to pop this in a little bit as well. Keep an eye on this purple dot here, this pink dot here, so I know when we can descend. I didn't take the seatbelt signs off, but it's all good. It's all good, guys, it's fine. Just Nightbot, do your job. What are you doing, man? Jesus, man. There we are. He's a bit slow, but he's doing his job eventually. It's all good. Yeah, those are my PC specs. I'd like to get 16 gig of RAM, but I currently have 2 sticks of 6, so I'd have to completely replace it with 2 sticks of 8, and that's expensive, so it's fine. The last update FSX has been 2016. I mean, obviously there's P3D, right? But it's literally the same platform, so you know, all the planes work for FSX and P3D. The add-ons work for both platforms, so just get FSX and then get the add-ons. It's fine. I think it's all right. Like I say, the only bugbear for me with FSX is the ground scenery at the moment. Either crap or hideously expensive. Setup's all right, man. The setup's all right. If you, I think there's a command for like settings or something on Nightbot. If you look at the settings, I've done a lot of optimization to X-Plane to get this kind of constant 50-60 FPS that I'm getting. There's a lot of tweaks and stuff going on there. But yeah, the spec's alright. Most of it is, it's a pre-built PC, but I've changed the graphics card twice since I've had it. It originally came with 730, then I bought a 1030. Just going to pop it into descent mode. And obviously now it's got the GTX 1050. If you're streaming, you need a GTX card, because the GTX card comes with a hardware encoder chip. If you ask your processor to do the encoding, it will just roll over and die, especially with something like X-Plane, man. I'm just going to pop, let's pop this one over to our approach, so we know what we're doing here. There we go, VAP is 136, that's all good, that's fine. Lovely, there we go, guys. Let's get HD scenery add-on in FSX. It's better than default on Rex for airports. Which one specifically is that? Is that the Orbex global stuff, or is that something else? I can look at it, man. Also, a load of scenery. Obviously, it's for Steam sale, so a load of scenery is on sale as well. Combine 2 graphics cards, so it's powerful. You can. I'm pretty sure I might only have 1 PCIe slot in there. Maybe I have 2. Don't know. I've only got 1 graphics card anyway. But yeah, I sold my old graphics card. What I should have done is put it in the second slot and used that exclusively as the streaming card. It's something else. Who makes it? Is it on Steam? Who makes that HD scenery add-on, man? And by the way, guys, the approach coming up into Dubai is absolutely stunning. So nice. I think the star is deliberately designed so that it flies you past all the cool buildings on your way in. It's absolutely awesome. So that's worth sticking around for, guys. There we go. We're about to hit the DESD waypoint, I believe, just before the star. Cool. And there we go, guys. There we go. I think we should be able to just pop outside for one more look at the plane. Look at that. Crabbing along there, guys. Crabbing along nicely. How tiny is this plane? It's like the smallest plane, smallest airliner ever, this thing. So cute. There we go, guys. I think that might be Dubai to our left there. No, this is not a freeware plane, sir. This is the Tolis A319. So it's kind of got all the systems of the proper Airbus. It's a really, really good plane, actually. Definitely glad I bought this one. It's probably my favourite out of all the payware planes I have because it's the most sort of the most polished. It's complete. You know, like the SSG 747 is better than nothing, but it has a few issues. You're probably better off getting a PMDG for FSX. What else forget? The A350 from Flight Factor, like I said, they've still got to do a bit of work to that. It's a great plane, but there's still bits to be done. And obviously there's the sort of the Zebo, which is freeware. which is good, but it's still not a PMDG, man. So yeah, this is my favourite plane. My favourite payware plane, at least, for X-Plane. $70, I think it's $60, $70, something like that. Excuse me. We go 50 miles away from Dubai, guys. A little bit less than 50 miles now. Alright, descending about 2,000 feet per minute, just coming through 15,000. So much freeware FSX planes for the better than payware. Which ones? Tell me some so I can get them. Let me know some good freeware planes for FSX and I will pick them up. I'm staying away from buying any planes for FSX until I have my scenery sorted. But once I do have the scenery sorted, I'm going to build that out in the same way I've built out X-Plane. And we can stream both alongside, because I feel like with X-Plane, the content you can deliver is kind of limited. You know, you in terms of decent planes, you're very limited. So your content could get repetitive if you're streaming, whereas with FSX there is an entire world of, because it's been around so long, there's an entire world of really sort of mature products out there, really well built complete planes. So yeah, I'm gonna have that variety. I'm gonna have both sims. Do I have a Discord? Yeah, I believe a link to the Discord is down in the video description. If you look in the description, there should be a link to the Discord there. You'd be very welcome. It's fairly small at the moment, but feel free to join. Friend has so much high quality freeware you forgot the names, as well as starting a virtual airline. Yeah, send them across to me when you've got them. 777 longer than a 380. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Layla. The 380 is obviously taller. I don't think it's longer. Have you seen the size of the engines on the 777, by the way? They're like literally the size of the fuselage. Absolutely mad. Here we go, altimeter is flashing at me, so I'm going to get these over to 998 now. There we are, lovely guys. As we can see, Dubai right here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pop over to the right seat. And we're going to look, look out the window at some of the scenery that we're going to see on our way into Dubai here, guys. But yeah, in FSX, Layla, there is a really good 777 available. So once I've got my scenery and stuff sorted, I'll pick up that 777 and we can fly that. Should be good. I'm going to get this over to 20 now. There we go. Where's our decel actually? Okay, cool. It's labelled. That's fine. Good. Lovely. We'll see it on the ND. Alright, so let's start looking out for some of this scenery on our way into Dubai. I mean, the weather's fairly mild here. We've only got 14 knot crosswind, and that is at 10,000 feet, so should not be a lot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Once I get this sorted, we're going to fly so many different planes. At the moment, right, what we're doing is we're doing like kind of an airliner tour of the Middle East. So last week we did the 737 Ultimate, which tried to kill us because it's not finished yet. Doing the A319 today. Next week 737, week after that A350, week after that 747, and then going to take the Falcon 7X business jet out in the UK. Then hopefully after that we should be able to do some FSX streams in the 777, the PMDG 74 and 737, as well as sort of a majestic wing 787 and whatever else there is. So you have a friend who streams FSX. He knows all the good stuff. I can introduce you to him later. FSX, you're able to do a shared cockpit. You can also do that in X-Plane. Yeah, but awesome. Invite him to the Discord also if you've joined it, and that'd be really sweet, man. Really, really cool. So if we look out this window here and we zoom in, guys, we have the hotel. Yeah, we have a hotel right there, and we've got the palm. There we are. Sweet. Look at that. That is some nice scenery right there. You're on descent to Doha from Dubai for an infinite flight event. Sweet, man. Very cool. And we'll see some more scenery come into view just out of our window here as we make our way in. Happy landings, Mr. Aviation is my life. Happy landings, sir. I believe this is like the... Oh, look at that, it's nice. It's like the city centre of Dubai right there. If I'm correct, that's the Burj Khalifa. Just out of our window there. Let's take this in on our approach. What's weird is that you've got all this like this nice built up city here, but then in a minute we're going to be flying over just pure desert. It's insane. There we go, look at that. It's one big old building, guys. It's one big old building. Also looks fantastic at night. If you fly over here at night, it looks absolutely awesome. So there we go, that's the landmarks of Dubai. We'll see them again as we loop round for our approach as well. This is all good. Cool. But yeah, in a minute we're just going to fly out over the desert. And it's just completely bare. I think this is like, is that a road or an airport down there? Who knows? But I'm so glad I have the photo scenery for Dubai, because it looks so plain. If you don't, you really get a feeling for the place if you have the photo scenery, and you can kind of appreciate just how stunning it is as a city. And what an achievement it is as well to have built this in the middle of the desert. That's pretty crazy. Is that like a golf course? Do they have a golf course in Dubai? Who knows? Very cool. Alright, so we're holding at 11,000 here on the star. But we'll continue descending again at that little blue arrow. That's it, just desert now, guys. Endless desert. How about that? But really quite impressive desert to look at all the same. So we'll, I think we fly out over some of these dunes and that kind of thing on our approach here. I think over our wing now. Over our wing, we can see the city just disappearing into the background. We can still see the Burj Khalifa there, of course, just here. yeah, we see the city giving way to the deserts of Dubai. See these little housing areas starting to pop up as the area gets more and more developed, which is cool. Engines sound quite nice today. There we go. Look at these. Look at this scenery over here, guys. It's amazing. Slightly patchy ortho photos, but look at these. Look at these dunes over here. Stunning. Just completely different scenery to the green fields that we used to in the UK. Look at that. That's worthy of a photo. There's someone declaring Mayday? Really? What is going on? I'm going to ask him. Somebody has lost both engines. Spectacular. Well done, man. Well done. It's class. Look at that. Nice scenery. Nice scenery. I'm having a much better day than that guy is, clearly. Oh, brilliant. Damn, man. So yeah, we're going to fly Emirates, Etihad, that kind of thing, over the next few weeks, some proper Middle Eastern airlines, which will be cool. Flying into Oman, Abu Dhabi, Dubai again. Should be good. Should be good. You just shut down. Do I have a yoke? I have a flight stick. I have the Thrustmaster HOTAS throttle and flight stick. It's doing an emergency landing. Gonna ask him where. Just so that he's not landing in the same place that we are. Also going to have a look, DB504, cool, it's fine. Yeah, I prefer the flight stick, especially with the Airbuses. It's much better. It is very easy to use, man. Yeah, it's got quite a lot of travel as well, so you can kind of make some quite fine movements with it, which helps. Unlike a gamepad, where the stick is obviously a lot smaller. Apparently cheap yokes are terrible as well. You're better off getting like a £50 Thrustmaster joystick than you are a £100 CH product yoke, for example. So I've been told anyway. X-Plane from Steam. Yeah, I got my copy on Steam. It was the cheapest way to get it at the time, man. Yeah. THY 2004 is going down. Yeah, I would expect so if his engines are broken. Brilliant. Fantastic, man, fantastic. There we go. So we make a turn over those sand dunes now, and we are shortly going to be on final into Dubai. I do wonder if there is sometimes ATC coverage out here. I'm not sure how popular VATSIM is in this part of the world. People certainly fly here a lot, so there must be ATC at some point, right? Alright, as we level off and start heading back towards the airport now, I'm going to get the landing system on as well. There we go, cool. So you can see localize a glide slope there. I could probably hit approach right now, actually. I think I'm going to do that. There we go, so we're on the localizer already, guys. Sweet. We're going to hit our decel point shortly after this waypoint, so I'll keep an eye out for that. We'll get the flaps and the gear on. Your flight time was the same. Cool, man. Yeah, must be right. Must be roughly the same. It shows that infinite flight can't be that bad, though, if the flight times are fairly realistic, right? Okay, so decel 1059. Cool. Did it in the 747, 787. Cool, man. Cool. Okay, just getting ready for our approach here, guys. There we go, so we can see the plane is starting to slow down here. Infinite flight now pays for global scenery, so it's £10 a month. Fair enough. You should definitely get yourself into FSX or X-Plane. I mean, if you're paying a £10 a month subscription for scenery, then I guess some of the photo scenery for FSX won't feel too offensive to you. But in X-Plane it's all free, so it's kind of irritating that people charge for it in the other sim. But there we go. Get that gear down now, guys, as well. Get the brake fan. Okay, there we are. Just waiting for the glide slope now, guys. Flaps full. Spoilers are armed. We need to check the cabin. Cabin checked, landing checklist complete. Cool. Alright, let's start looking out here again, because we'll see some scenery fairly soon. Got approach, we've got brake fan, we've got spoilers armed. Lovely. Cool. Okay guys, we're almost ready to land in Dubai here today. We're only about 15 miles or so from the airport, which is right ahead of us there. Cool. Lovely. Have a landing rate? Yes, you'll see the landing rate pop up when we touch down, man. There's also one for FSX. It's called KACARS, so KACARS, and it's free. Like most things in FSX, you run it as a separate application and it hooks in with the Sim Connect system, but it will also pop up in the sim as well. The landing rate monitor in X-Plane is Dan Berry's. You should be able to find it on the forums. So there we go. Just before we hit this glide slope, guys, let's take a look at the city of Dubai, the world's tallest building there, the Burj Khalifa. We'll see it again on our right as we leave Dubai next week. Okay, glide slope is live, guys. Let's get ready. Take over at about 1,000 feet. These are things that make FSX stick. There are things that make FSX stick out for me, others there are indeed. Some good, some bad. Right, radar out of 1400. Such a nice approach into Dubai, so scenic. Built one heck of a city here, guys. Okay, 100. $1,000. My plane, guys. Okay, let's see if we can get it down, eh? Approaching 30 left, 3 red. Winds 4 knots from our right hand side. $500. Well aware of that. Just watch that ground effect around 400. Aviation is my life, I'll read that when we're down, man. Miss these, try and miss these power lines, guys. Jesus. Landing. There we are, guys. Managed to butter her down. Happy days. Happy days, everybody. Let me just park up here, guys, and I will get to your messages. Let's roll off these flaps. First of all, got to find out where we're going, guys. Where do we want? Dubai or MDB? Cool. Heck, that's a big old airport. Okay, we're just going to come off to the left here. Gonna get APU master start bleed. Flaps are cleaned. We also don't need our window heat anymore. So messages, guys. If you want to get FSX on sale and some other sceneries like Rex 4 makes the airport scenery good and planes, etc. Until the 28th. Yes, I already have FSX and I've seen a lot of the stuff that's on sale. So yeah, it would be nice to pick some of that up. I know Orbex recently had a sale, but like I say, I'm holding off buying their stuff until the photo scenery for the UK comes out. When am I going to play Fortnite again, DJ Bahamba? I don't know, eventually. Maybe 200 subs. We'll play Fortnite to celebrate 200 subs if we ever get there. Butter indeed, guys. Butter indeed. Yeah, pleased with that. Okay. So, really have very little idea where I am going here, but what do we reckon? Gonna take we'll take a right and we'll head for the gates, guys. That's what we'll do. There we are. Cool. We'll head for this gate over here. And there we go. Welcome to the beautiful city of Dubai, guys. We'll take in some replays once we've parked up at one of the gates over here. I didn't want to just stick it on the apron. because I'm not too sure what the parking spots are like over there. So we'll head to a gate. There we are. Should guide us in nicely to one of these. Sweet. There we go. Are the airport charts included? No, this is the Airport VS plugin by Flight Factor. It's so useful to have though, like you need it if you're flying on VATSIM. The other thing you'll need as well as Airport VS is actual airport charts, PDF airport charts, because Airport VS doesn't always have the parking spot numbers on. So you'll need to actually have the charts to know where to park if you've got ATC online. So yeah, you need a combination of both VS and charts, man. Okay, here we go. Let's line her up here, guys. We got CRJ 737, A319, A320. Roughly, I'd say that's a good place to park. Okay, lovely, guys. Let's switch these engines off. And there we go. When do I think I will do FSX? Literally, I would say as soon as Orbx releases True Earth for the UK, then I'll pick that up and then I'll start getting some PMDG planes and that kind of thing. Maybe a month or two. Right. Okay, guys. So engines are shut down. Let us disconnect from Squawk Box. Not enable aircraft labels. Let's disconnect from Squawk Box. I wonder what happened to that guy. Okay, we'll go toggle replay mode, guys. We're going to step back to about here. Here looks good. Lovely. Alrighty. We'll let it load in all the stuff. And here we come, guys. You can see it's not really moving around too much. It's not that windy here in Dubai. But yeah, more of this plane needs to be purple, guys, for sure. Definitely more of this plane needs to be purple, I would say. Mind your ears. Am I going to do another flight right now? No, sir. I'm going to do our next Middle Eastern adventure. Next, floated it a little bit there. There we go. Our next Middle Eastern, but we still got butter adventure is going to be next week, next Friday at 7 PM UTC. All right, let's watch this from our tower view here. I think this was 115 per minute, which is not too bad. Yeah, you can see that overflare there and that float. There we go. That was all right. And let's see what the passengers thought, guys. Butter indeed. Pleased with that. Good flight. Good landing, guys. I do like airliners. I've done some really weird, kooky planes recently, but it's nice to be back to airliners, something I know. And I can kind of deliver consistently good flights for you guys, which is cool. Oh, there we go. That was alright. Cool. Okay then, guys. So, everybody, that will do us for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for your likes. If there's any subscriptions I haven't seen, thank you for those. Guys, I will see you next Friday at 7 PM UTC for more airliner adventures in the Middle East. But until then, guys, take care and remember, you can always go around.